Hi, lovelies. It's G here from Golden Thread Tarot, and I'm here to bring you another channeled message. I hope this message is finding you blessed and full of abundance, my sweets. So let's go ahead and get into what Spirit has for you guys today. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm going to take the first card because it really stood out to me. Okay, I'm lying. Wow, some of you have been really going on a journey, huh? Yeah, there's a fresh new beginning coming here for you. This really beautiful, like, heart-centered energy. Manifesting. A lot of you guys are on the verge or you've already made a decision. I feel like you've already made this decision, but Spirit is just waiting for, like, time to catch up or waiting for you to, like fully step into the energy, like, accept the energy. Like, you've decided, okay, I'm going to do this, but it's, like, really starting to do it, really pushing yourself to do it, and really getting into your heart-centered space and really manifesting in from a very heart, manifesting in with this Queen of Cups and, like, Magician energy here, Queen of Cups, Empress energy, really manifesting into your heart space and creating something really beautiful here for yourself. I see some really beautiful opportunities coming in here. For some of you, it's a brand new home, it's a brand new job, it's a brand new career, it's a brand new, but for all of you, it is going to be a brand new sense and state of peace, right? And leaving behind a sense of anxiety, right? There's a lot of lessons here that you're learning. You've learned a lot of karmic lessons. You're really ending a cycle here. And it's a lot of really beautiful energy here for you, right? There's it's like a spirit given, a God given, university given, like, beautiful energy here. Oh my gosh, that you're attracting in. This is gorgeous. This feels so good. This feels like if some of you are worried about a person that you might identify as, like, verbally abusive, maybe even narcissistic, self-centered, kind of low vibrational, like King of Swords energy here, this person, don't worry, this person is being blocked here. This person is being blocked from your life. So that's something that you shouldn't feel like you have to worry about. Like, some of you need to know that. Yeah. So this person is being stuck and stagnant. They're sneaking around in their own little whatever behavior. Okay. Yeah, that's a little side message there. But again, like I said, there's brand new opportunities coming in here for you. Okay. So I feel like if a lot of you have cut out this person out of your life, there's all these brand new beginnings coming in here for you. Okay. There's all these beautiful new beginnings and all this, like, sweet new path opening up for you. And it's coming in fast and very passionately as well. Right. It's going to be like, it might not be something that comes in like 100% sustainable to begin with, but it is like a, wow, that's beautiful. That's awesome. I'm really talented at that, or I can really do that, or this is an amazing opportunity. Like, it's feeling really exciting. It's feeling like, oh, something new and something really cool and something that you could see growing into really, like, long term and lasting, but it's like a quick burst of inspiration or passion that comes in really suddenly. I'm hearing 3 days. I don't know if that means like 3 days for some of you, or it could have been 3 days since you cut this person off, or I don't know. I got really quick. Like, for some of you, it could be taking a vacation or doing something where you have, like, multiple days off in a row. That's what I was getting with that 3 days. Like, there were 3 days that are going to be very significant, and it feels very much so like you're off. You could be off for the holidays, or you could be off, I don't know, something like that. There's something significant around about 3 days here. It could be like a set of 3 days for, like, something significant, like, in your process moving forward. It could happen like 1, 2, 3, like, back to back to back. Like, this, like, Monday this happens, you're like, wow. By Tuesday this happens, you're like, holy crap. And by Wednesday you're like, what is this brand new opportunity, or this brand new beginning that I'm living here? Like, this is crazy. Like, what? Yeah. So there is something here that's being illuminated to you, okay? There is an energy here of it's giving me the kind of energy of allowing confusion, or allowing like an old dream or an old fantasy to die away, or like for the fantasy to die away, is to allow something new and healthy to come in. So something that has been like seemed like a burden, or like a hill that you can't just get over, or something that you just can't pass, or like a block that you've just been trying to really push yourself through. You know, this could be a block in your healing, or a block in your finances, or a block in something that you've just been like, oh, like, why isn't this just working out? Like, why can't I just do this? Why can't I just manifest this? Why can't this just show up in my life, or something like that? There's something here that's going to be like really brightly illuminated to you here. Okay, it could be this past person, it could be this other person, or it could be this past energy over here, where it's like this holding back, kind of like for some of you, it could even be a self-sabotage with that Seven of Swords energy there. Okay, but there is a breaking of an illusion here. Okay, for some of you, it could be dealing with a father figure, or it could be dealing with healing some kind of father wound, or some kind of mother wound, or some kind of control issue wound, some kind of abandonment wound, maybe for some of you, or some kind of, for some of you, it could be a relation, or healing a relationship with the father, or healing a relationship with a really strong masculine energy in your life, right? The illusions around, some kind of illusional energy around masculine energy in your life, whether or not that's your own internal masculine energy, or some kind of outside source of masculine energy, is really being illuminated. And it's, you know, it's like, hey, you know, this is what you really needed to cut off. This is what you really needed to hear. This is what you needed to, what you really needed to, bring about the energy that that we were talking about here, with this manifesting from your heart space energy here. There is a decision here. There is this balance here that's being asked to come into this situation. There is this kind of going back and forth energy. Yeah, this doesn't feel like the complete most like follow through. It's kind of feeling like a, you know, it's not like a, I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of a weird sensation. Um, it's almost like a valve. Like sometimes it's like, sometimes it opens and it allows energy in, and sometimes it's a little more closed, or sometimes it's like stuck open and it allows way too much energy to flow. This could be some kind of like chakra energy healing, or some kind of balance that you're bringing here, and some kind of energy flow that's coming in and out of your life. Okay, yeah, and it's incoming fast, right? It's going to be like, hey, this person or this thing in the general, it was toxic in your life. That's why we're asking you to put a distance in between you and this thing. It's keeping you at a distance from allowing this energy to come in. I really feel like, and it could literally be like, okay, you cut this energy, this behavior, this mindset, this person out of your life, and then suddenly you're realizing, wow, the truth, right, is being like hand delivered to you, right? The truth is being hand delivered to you, like, wow, like this person, this place, this thing, this attitude, this behavior was keeping you at a distance, was keeping you waiting for what you really wanted, for keeping you at a distance from your ships really coming in, for like this that you're trying to manifest into really come in. You're realizing like, wow, that was really holding me back. Like, what the hell? And here's a brand new beginning. And for a lot of you, it is really like a cutting a fuck boy or a fuck girl, or a damaged energy. I don't know why I said damaged energy, like out of your life, or something that's not working. Okay, and in comes a brand new passionate beginning, a brand new passionate relationship. And this could literally be cutting like old friends or old energy out of your life that just doesn't serve you, or it just isn't working for you anymore. Cutting that out of your life to manifest in new partnership, new alliances, right? It's going to be coming in really quickly. As soon as you're like, and you cut that out of your life, it's just going to be like, boom, you learned the lesson. Here's your karmic justice. Here's this, you know, wow. Here is this balancing harmony energy coming into your life. You learned the lesson. Congratulations, right? You learned the lesson. Congratulations. Good job. I'm very proud of you. I know I don't know you, and I don't know what you were battling, but I know it was rough. Okay? I know it was rough for you to kick this. I know it was rough for you to break away from this. Right? You know, you really learned that you really had to get a little bit defensive here about your energy, and really set up some really strong boundaries in your life, right? There was a judgment energy that had to happen here. right? Spirit said you needed to see the truth of this person, this energy, this ideal, this mindset, this paradigm, whatever it is here. You needed to see it. You needed to realize what it was, and you need to be awakened to it. You need to be awakened to what a burden it was on your life, right? And how much it was holding you back. Exactly. And you're learning that as you're walking away from this, there's that chariot energy coming in. As you are walking away from what does not serve you, you are walking away for something better. And you're walking away to find your peace, to find your happiness, to find your stability, to find your balance. Okay. You know, for some of you, you could be realizing, you know, this isn't my partner. This isn't my person. This isn't the relationship I thought it was, right? This isn't the friendship that I thought it was. This isn't it. This is not what I'm looking for. Right? Or like I said, this behavior, like this self-destructive behavior it's not going to help me. I've got to get out of this. And for some of you, it could be both, right? It could be you realizing that you have a self-destructive behavior of choosing the wrong people to partner up with, right? Really, you know, really realizing like, wow, I really need to stop partnering up with karmic people, whether those be friends, family, whatever the situation is, right? Friends, family, lovers, whatever. It's really going to be illuminated to you, right? How important, how really you were just holding on to things that were not, that were really holding you back and actually keeping your heart space closed down, right? Chasing after people, non-committal people, or chasing after people who really don't even like you that much, or who really aren't for you like that, or who are fake friends, or fake family members. They have fake love, they have fake care and appreciation for you. Like, yeah, I'm hearing that song. I don't really know what the song is, but I know like in shorts, I hear it's in like YouTube shorts a lot and stuff like that when I'm just like scrolling. If I'm like in my scrolling time, what is that? I know it's not the same as it was. Yeah. I know it's not the same as it was. Yeah, I keep hearing that song. So yeah, it's just like, nah, it's, things are different. Like things need to change. Yeah, and if at one time you felt really close, you felt really connected, you felt a very strong energetic pull towards this person or towards this behavior or towards, you know, you really favored acting this way or treating yourself this way or treating other people this way. Um, it's just not hitting like it used to. This toxic behavior or this toxic mindset or these toxic people, they just ain't hitting like they used to. It's just, you just like, bruh, it's not even that fun. You know, you might have even been like, I used to find non-toxic or you know, or like actual supportive relationships boring or dull or whatever, and then you're realizing like, shit's not all it's cracked up to be. Like whatever this is, this lifestyle, this whatever it is that was holding you back, you're like, it's just not. It's really just not worth it. It's really just not worth it. That's what I keep hearing somebody just be like, yeah. So it's definitely time for you to, you know, it's definitely time for you to step into this understanding of when you get this monkey off your back, you know, you can be on the top of the wheel of fortune instead of grinding under the bottom with this devil energy, right? And then you could realize, you know, pack light, right? I swear, every time I see this full card, like Miss Queen Erica Badu comes up with that bag lady, right? Bag lady, you gon' hurt your back. Dragging all them bags like that, right? I guess nobody ever told you all you must hold on to is you, right? It was not your responsibility to drag this person and their baggage, or if it is unhealed trauma or something inside of you, it was never yours to carry, right? You were carrying a lot of energy that was projected onto you that wasn't yours, a lot of trauma that a lot of other people put onto you, a lot of expectations that other people put onto you, a lot of this is the way that you should look, and this is the way that you should act, and this is the way that you should feel, and this is the way that you should carry your life. Like, it's not the same, right? I know it's not the same as it was. I know this is different. I know that this is new. You know, I know that I'm about to jump out and be brand new on y'all, but y'all gonna have to deal with it, right? Because I'm not carrying this baggage. I'm not carrying this ish. I'm not, for some of y'all are like, I'm not carrying you. You're a grown ass or a grown ass woman. You're a grown ass man. You're a grown ass woman. Carry yourself. It's not for me to drag my baggage and your baggage along behind me. I don't have to be that strong. I don't have to do all that. You got it all twisted. You got it all twisted up. And you might have had to check yourself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself, right? Okay. God, I just felt like such a dad. I just felt like such a dad when I said that. Yeah. Yeah, right? You could have had a lot of fears and a lot of anxieties and a lot of things that weren't even yours, right? They weren't even yours to carry, right? It wasn't. And definitely this could have come from a lot of outside sources here, right? Friends, family, parents, society as a whole in general, you know? TV shows, if you were raised by TV shows instead of by an actual help, like actual parent. Time to wake up. Time to wake up, right? Time to get out of bed. Time to wake up. Time to follow your wish fulfillment. Time to get a little greedy in a positive way, right? To be more self-serving in a positive way. Because for some of you, you're people pleasers. You know, you've always compromised yourself to help other people or to drag other people or to make other people feel comfortable. You've always dimmed yourself to make other people feel comfortable, or you've always compromised what you want to make other people feel like, oh, it's okay, or you've shined yourself down, whether you realize it consciously or not, so that other people felt more comfortable being around you, or that other people felt like they were actually your match, you know. It's a lot of like self-sabotaging in the sense of settling for less, right? And this is not give anybody the big head and be like, I know I only deserve tens, right? But it's, you know, yeah. That's a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety, a lot of shit. This is that bag. This is that bag, that baggage that you are carrying. It's not for you. And that's what Spirit is here to tell you. It's really not for you to drag this around. It really wasn't. It was never for you, but now it's for you to lay down and to let go of. Definitely. Right? It's definitely time for you to stop looking at this other people telling you you're not good enough, society telling you you're not good enough, your self-image telling you you're not good enough, and to really turn around and see the love, the love that you really have here, okay? It's time to really align yourself with things that actually resonate with you and you actually resonate with, right? Stop keeping yourself at a distance from these things that really actually like, you know, help you and nourish you. And I'm just noticing the red here and the red on this and this drink. Some of you need to focus on your nutritional content and your water content. Especially if you're struggling with clearing out your throat chakra of your water content. Okay. And for some of you, like I said, if you're getting out of this karmic situation, remember, and you guys saw as I was talking about other people wanting you to dim yourself and wanting you might have felt like your voice was taken away a lot from you, or like your purpose, or like your place, or like being able to stand out. You could have felt like being standing out always made you a target that was being nailed down into conformity, right? Some of you need to check out the YouTube video. The video that I have here. You were not taught to love. You were taught to comply. Right? Some of you guys need to check that out. It's pretty heavy reading, but if you feel called to it, please go check it out. Okay. Um, there is this judgment energy here where you're being asked to get into this kind of like standing up for yourself, having that fire energy for yourself. Because for me, a lot of time, a king of wands is in a high vibrational energy is like a warrior. It's an energy that is willing to stand up and fight for themselves. Willing and ready to protect. Right. I don't know why for some of you too. I just heard that the king of wands like represents the youngest king. I don't know why I just heard that, but like the youngest king or the newest king, it really represents this kind of young buck, like stand up and do what you need to do. I'm gonna fight for it kind of energy, but in a smart way, in a tactical way, right? And for a lot of you, this is you realizing what energy you really actually want to embody and what energy you want in a partner, right? What energy you want in the people around you. What energy do you really want to attract around you, right? And so that's what this judgment energy came on, right? For some of you, you might have been dealing with a person that simply was on some low vibrational King of Wands energy. You know, they just might have been just about physicality or lust energy, right? And you're like, enough of that. I'm an Empress. Don't come at me with the BS. Don't come at me with your little wand or your big wand. I don't care. I deserve. Yeah, exactly. It's you realizing that you were always being offered something that did not match your value, right? Yeah, that was a karmic lesson that you needed to learn. 100%, right? That's how you learn to find your victory. That's how you learn to really resonate in this Empress energy. That's why you're in this Empress energy, right? You're like, if you're gonna come with it, come with it. And in the past, you've been really heartbroken because nobody's wanted to recognize that energy, because you didn't recognize yourself as that energy, right? And again, this is that past energy of always being asked to compromise and accept less, right? Excuse me, this can even come off as people telling you that you need to lower your standards, right? Lower your standards so that I have a chance with you. Even though I'm going to self-sabotage myself out of this relationship because I don't feel like I belong to be here. I just heard somebody say, because you don't. Okay, right? Or like this, very lusty energy where it's quick in and quick out, right? It's like little, like I said earlier with this, it's like, it's not like a full on. You're like, nah, don't come at me in the page energy with these little whatever, these little whatever, little barely anything, little, yeah, we can chill and hang out kind of commitments instead of like a full on commitment, or don't come at me with this lusty, I can come in and play with this wand and then leave kind of energy. Come with the king energy, come with the real shit, right? Come with the investment, you know? And you could have been really put in this position so that you could really see, right? You could have been really put in this position so that you could see that this was a lesson that you needed to learn here. That there was actually, some emotional developing that you needed to do, right? And that you don't need anybody that's not, that maybe you might have like the smallest little, like, all that they're investing in their emotions and in their physicality, like, oh, I can show up every once in a while. I'll see you once a week. I'll text you back every once in a while. I'll barely emotionally show up, or emotionally open myself up to you. And it's fine if these people aren't ready, but don't step up if you're not ready to show up, right? And definitely don't step up with I'll barely step up any kind of physical energy or any kind of commitment energy or any kind of emotions, but I'll show up with I'll come in and swipe, and then gallop off, right? I want the real thing. I want a commitment. I want something serious. Or, or I want to have something serious with somebody who's fucking serious, right? Not somebody who's playing games. Yeah. So this is a brand new cycle on the verge of all of this change energy, this massive transformation. Is a brand new cycle, right? It's time. It's time for this past of falling into this hurtful situations here with this Three of Swords. It's time for that situation to end. Yeah. We've been talking a lot. I feel like, and I remember that I started off this year with this challenge to you guys, with this love the shit out of yourself challenge, right? And I feel like I have made some up and down progress. This year has been hard emotionally for me in a lot of ways. I've lost a lot of people in my life that were really close to me. And I've played a part, and I had to acknowledge in that time that I played a major part in the reason why those people aren't in my life anymore, But I feel like even through the up and downs, I am learning in multiple facets of ways how to love myself a lot more, and how to be there and support myself a lot more in a lot more different ways than I was expecting. Because I feel like at the beginning of this journey, I really saw self-love as like, like getting a massage for yourself, doing, like taking care of yourself, like um, showing up for yourself health wise, watching what you eat, giving yourself like, manicures and pedicures and like doing skincare. And it is those things. It 100% is those things as well. But I felt like Spirit taught me a hard lesson of that sometimes showing up for yourself and self care looks like cutting toxic people out of your life. Sometimes it looks like breaking up with that person that you really don't want to break up with. Sometimes it looks like finally learning how to stand up for yourself and to have an argument, or to have that voice that you feel like was stripped away from you, to remain consistent and to learn how to have discipline even when things aren't working out the way maybe in the time period or the way that you thought that they were, you know. Um, how to balance and shift out my energies. There's a lot more to self love and self care than a lot of people will talk to you about. There is like this whole really hard side of self care, which a lot of us, a lot of things we don't classify as self care, but they really are. You know, having the bravery to cut people and toxic behaviors and things out of your life. It's not just the pretty, nice buying myself a new clothes, buying myself a new thing, taking myself out on a date, buying myself flowers, doing manicures, pedicures, doing facials on myself, um, enhancing my spiritual knowledge in my mind and reading books and doing those things. And that is all an important part of spiritual care. But the dark side the dark side of self-care is there as well, right? Doing the work, going into hermit mode, cutting off people, going to therapy, getting a counselor, you know, facing your trauma. That's all a part of self-care as well. And it's a part that people really don't want to talk about as much. And because it's not as hard, it's not as pretty, it's not as, ooh, that feels good and it feels all nice and tingly, and ooh, my skin feels all clean and nice, and I look nice in my new dress and I feel good because I went and got a massage. And that is so important. That part of it is so important as well, But sometimes self-care can look like sleeping all day, you know. And not because you're depressed or not because you're down or feeling low energy, but just because you're like, my body needs rest, so I'm just going to sleep all day. Self-care can look like a lot of different things. Um, and it's about learning that there's a lot of different ways to self-care. For me, that's what this year has really been about, has really been learning about all the different forms of self-care that my body needs, right? And for a lot of you, this has been things that you've really been fighting, or that you've really been going back and forth. And like I said, for some of you, it was learning how to stand up and have a voice, right? And it might, and for some of you, self-care can look like facing your anger, taking anger management, facing your anger, facing your unprocessed trauma, facing, you know, why am I so mad at my mom? Why am I so mad? Why do I attract all these karmic men or women partners into my life? Why did I feel like I had to cut every single one of my friends off? Why did that happen? There's a lot of different ways of self-love that can happen on this journey. And it's not always going to be pretty. In the end, it will, but it's not always going to feel great. Yeah, in the end, it will. In the end, it will help you really find this balance and find this love for yourself. But it's definitely a journey. It's definitely a journey finding this energy for yourself, right? Standing in that confidence and that pride, and really putting in the work to finding the truth about who you really are and what you really want, right? And for a lot of you, I feel like you're learning, you've been in a big long cycle of learning what's not for you, right? uh, uh, Lovers that treat me like this are not for me. Being in a career that expects this from me is not for me. You know, um, being in a community that looks like this or acts like this is not for me. Having these friends or these lovers or these people around me are not for me, right? And I feel like that's the cycle. Like I said, that's the cycle you're coming out of. And it might have been slow. It might have really felt like it could have been years that you were in this, learning yourself, learning more about yourself, learning about yourself on a deeper level, and you could have felt like there were a lot of obstacles and blocks. You could have felt like there was a lot of ups and downs. You could have felt like there's a big plateau in your life, right? But Spirit wants you to say it's okay, because there are a lot of things, and not everything is going to be flourishing in your life all at once, right? Hey, don't do that, y'all. My cat is doing that on the edge thing, when they're like, but what if I just knock this off the edge? My cat's over there doing that, and I'm like, he won't even look at me. But I'm like, hey, he's like, I'm like, hey, stop that. And he's like, I might just keep doing it. If I look away from you, I don't hear you. And that might be kind of significant for some of you, right? That's these illusions that are breaking away in your life, right? These illusions, these fantasies, this confusion energy is clearing up for you, right? And for some of you, you might have felt like you went through a phase where you were kind of like turning away, and Spirit was like, hey, this, hey, that. And you were like, I don't hear you. I don't see it. I don't know about it. I don't want to face it. No, no, no. And the Spirit was like, but you are. But you are going to see it, and you are going to face it, and you are going to know about it. Right? And that's okay. I'm also hearing recalibrating. Yeah. So for some of you, you're going to your body has been needing to go through this stage of like letting go and processing. For some of you, there's a lot of unprocessed anger, some kind of unprocessed feelings that you have really been coming up. Okay. For some of you, you might have even been overindulging in some behaviors that Spirit's like, okay, you've been overindulging, you've been sleeping in, you've been eating, you've been doing this, that's okay, but there's going to be a shift in this energy that's going to be required from you really quickly. And I feel like it's going to feel right. It's not going to feel wrong. It's going to feel right. Right? And there, like a Spirit might be saying, hey, yeah, there's some overindulgent energy here. Okay, some self-indulgent energy that Spirit wants you to take a little different look at, right? There's a reason that you don't want to look at it, or you don't want to face it. It's because it's what you really need to face, right? Yeah. It's what's really rapidly about to change in your life, right? Okay. Yeah. And that's still, is that still the same? Yeah, that's just that. I know it's not the same as it was. Yeah. With the Lovers on the back of the deck as well, right? There is this brand new beginning energy happening here, where it's time to let this devil energy shift underneath the wheel away from you, right? So that you can come into this brand new beginning, but it's your choice, right? There's new soulmate cycles here that want to begin for you. There's something here about speech, about the way you're talking to yourself, or the way you're talking about or to other people. It needs to change. It's causing this like clogged energy. Concentrate more on gratitude. Hey, sweet baby. You need a huggy? Okay. There's your huggy. Oh, my. Oh, you needed a huggy? Okay, baby. Okay, baby. Got your huggy. Good girl. Y'all, sometimes I need y'all to understand. She's a pity, and I need y'all to understand that she is the type of she is the type of dog that is literally like jealous. She's jealous of you guys. Of when I turn on this camera and I focus my attention on you guys, she's like I swear. Like that's how bad it is for her sometimes. She's just like, you're spending too much time looking and talking to that camera. It has too much of your attention. Hello. Ooh, my throat chakra, y'all. Yeah. Some of y'all might be waiting for a person to reach out and message you. They're not going to. For some of you, you might be waiting for an apology from somebody. They're not going to give it to you. Not for now. I wouldn't be expecting it. Maybe before the end of the year. Depends on when you look at this. We're on. I'm filming this on the 10th of December. You possibly, for some of you, could hear from this person before the end of the year. But I feel like for a lot of you, if you don't reach out, this person is not going to reach out to you. They're not going to say anything to you. And I'm not telling you that you should reach out or that you should say anything to them. You know, that's up to your indiscretion. But for some of you here, you're putting way too much emphasis on getting closure from this person. You need to take closure in from yourself. And for a lot of you, you need to see this person not reaching out to you as victory, as a victory. Okay? Also, I feel like there are also some people who are watching you, are going to be watching you receive victory, especially in a relationship, right? So if you have old lovers or old friends or old people that you're not really in contact with anymore, they are really watching you. They are really, really watching you. They are. This earring kept falling off. I'm just gonna let it go. They are really watching you. Okay. For some of them, I'm even hearing that these people are like reveling. Is that the word that I want to say? Reveling. Well, this person is like sees you being alone as them being victorious, right? Or they get something out of you being alone versus being in a partnership or having someone around you. But I really feel like this is gonna be healing. Oh, this person's not ready. This person is not ready. Holy crap. Holy crap. Let me just show you these, okay? There's going to be a lot of inner work coming in here, especially for some of you. By next year and like Virgo season next year, oh man, there's going to be so much work that you're going to get into. For a lot of you, a new relationship. You're already going to be in a new relationship as well as a new career. Also, your financial situation is going to be very, very different. You're going to be dealing with a lot more healed energy. For some of you, could even be in the limelight. Like I said, these people are watching you. You could even be in the limelight or be being very noticed for being very real or being very authentic. For some of you, if you have some kind of social media following or something, you're going to make some kind of post that could even go viral. Okay. It's going to be seen by a lot of people, and a lot of people are going to appreciate it because it resounds in such authenticity, right? You are who you are. And the more you step into being, I am who I am, I feel the way that I am, I have the opinion that I do, and I stand in that, you know, the more you stand in your authenticity, the more you're going to attract in those people who vibrate on that as well. So I'm really seeing like new relationships, new jobs, new friends, so much happiness for you, so much happiness, and you like living and thriving. Like this is literally like living your best life, right? Right. Do you guys remember that song, that I'm living my best life, I ain't got time to go back and forth with you? Yeah, like I don't have time to argue with you. I don't have time to go back and forth with you. I ain't got time for this foolishness right here. I'm living my best life. And that's what I get for some of y'all. I'm like, I'm living my best life. I am so happy and satisfied. You're living in your truth. And that's the number one thing. Like, because you are really standing in your truth and you're like, this is who I am and I love who I am, that's going to show. There's something here about really standing in your authenticity, who you truly are, and really finding who that person is and staying true to that person, right? This is about letting a lot of lessons like hit you and let it go, and understanding that you know there's going to be a lot of healing from a lot of the things that you've gone through, and it's like, I am authentically who I am because of the pain that I endured in the past, because of what I did, and because I healed from it, or because I'm here in the state that I am now, right? I definitely see you, for some of you, being a leader, especially if you're into spirituality, or you even could be manifesting in like a new guru or a new master, a new teacher. I'm hearing understudy. You could be an understudy for someone. There's like somebody that you really look up to in your community, or whatever community. You don't have to be, it could be spiritual, just because I just, the Hierophant energy, but it could be in your community. It could be some kind of official, some kind of I don't know why I want to say government official for some of you, but this could be in anything. But it's something in your career or something in like a practice that you do. So this could be like a spiritual practice, or this could be like some kind of, this could be even like finding a new yoga teacher or a new yoga. I don't know what that's about. Or finding a new like instructor, or finding a new um a new gym membership, and getting like, for some of you, you might be getting a personal trainer. There's some kind of something here, something very foundational for you that's really going to be setting you up. It's like this teacher kind of leading energy. It's going to feel very divinely guided, and you're going to be like, this is my fucking jam. Yeah, I just heard that, pump up the jams, pump it up. Yeah. Yeah, for some of you, like I'm hearing pump and iron. Yeah, for some of you, you could get really into like your physical body, or like weightlifting, or doing something. There's something really here about your physicality as well, changing your, like a massive shift in your physicality, like a massive shift in all this other energy. It's gonna, yeah, major, like you're just going to be producing things and working on things, and just like being so creative and doing so many, and just doing so much creation energy is going to be swirling around you, and you're just going to be there just happy, just working away, burning the midnight oil. Like, yeah, like I got like 8 different projects. Like I'm hanging out with my friends, and I'm getting my career, and I'm doing my side projects, and I'm hanging out with my boo, and I'm building a life for myself, and I'm building a business, or I'm building a career, and I'm doing all this, and I'm doing it all at once, and I'm doing it and doing it and doing it right. Like, right? It's like this kind of like, wow, I'm on my shit. Like, what can you bitches really tell me? I'm on my shit. That's what I just heard. Like, I'm living my best life. I ain't got time to go back and forth with y'all. I really don't. I'm too busy living my best life. Where's your life? That's what you need to worry about. That's what I just heard somebody say. Well, what's going on in your life? Why don't you worry about your marriage? How about that? Queen of Wands. Damn. Queen of Wands. Yeah. Wow. I'm telling you. There's so much development happening here. It's crazy. It's so crazy. And like I said, when you're cutting off the stuff, it's such a massive change. When you cut off whatever this BS right here is, when you just swoop and block it off out of your life, and you say, no, no, thank you. Like, look at that. Look at that. Look at this energy. Beautiful. Right? Beautiful. Friends and family and good times, and, you're going to be seen. I really feel like for a lot of you, even if you don't resonate with being in the limelight, or being, for some of you, this could be like, if you're an actor or an actress or something like that, it's like getting your like breakout role or something like that could happen. But for me, with this right here, it's really being see how this person's nude, right? It's like really being seen for who you are, and being appreciated for that person, and feeling like, even if it's not like the world, or some platform that you're on that's experiencing that, it's like, wow, I'm being so authentically me, and that is attracting in people who like look at me and they go, holy fuck, you're just the type of friend that I want, you're just the type of client that I want, you're just the type of business owner that I want, you're just the type of lover that I want, you're just the type of partner that I want, you're just the type of friend that I want, you're just the type of person that I've been waiting for to come walking into my life, to be in my life, to be here in this energy. And as you find your personal truth, you're just going to find those people, those places, those things that resonate the most strongly that anything ever has with you, right? How closely and how deeply all this beautiful energy is going to resonate with you really really comes down to you being you, right? To standing in yourself and being on that self-love journey, and to learning all different parts of yourself and loving the shit out of yourself on all different parts. And when you do that, wow, are you just going to be surrounded by friends and family and lovers and clients and just everything that just love you for exactly what you are, right? Exactly who you are, exactly what you are. You're going to love what you do. You're going to love where you live. You're going to love the people that are around you. And to not say that there won't be things that will still need improvement, or still need to like, that you can still move forward with. There will be, but it's going to be gorgeous. It's going to be beautiful. We've been talking about this energy for a while. Yeah. And for a lot of you, I feel like it's coming in. You know, we're all on different timelines. This is really amazing. Yeah, it's this really beautiful energy that you're cultivating here for yourself. So the more that you learn who you truly are and you stand in your authenticity, the more that, you know, you let go of these things from the past that really like hurt you, and the more that you heal yourself, you know, especially in relationships here, especially with love relationships, especially with this back and forth in and out energy that makes you kind of like regret and makes you question your worth based on based on the way that other people that haven't seen you for who you really are, right? There's a brand new passionate beginning here happening for you. I feel like some of you have a very distorted view of who you are, of who you really are, based on what other people have projected onto you or what other people have wanted you to be. But now there is a brand new rising, like rising here with this, like starting to get this energy and really like, it's like spirit's like, here's your staff, here's your first, you know, you're working your way up, right? To sitting on that throne and to sitting in supreme confidence as well. Yeah. There's a major transformation happening here for you. Just don't be so hard on yourself about the timing or where you are, right? Just be honest with yourself about where you are, but don't be so harsh on yourself about the timing or about what it's supposed to look like. You're going to figure that out along the way. Exactly. Right? Be patient and be kind with yourself all throughout this journey, because it's not always going to look the same. It's not always going to feel the same. Sometimes it's going to feel like you're stepping forward. Sometimes it's going to feel like you're stepping back. Sometimes it's going to feel like you're laying flat on your face, and sometimes it's going to feel like you're flying high in the clouds. But it's all an important part of your experience, and that's what you're really being offered here. That's what this really is. I cannot tell you how beautiful I love how my spirit guides just bring it all back around. You know, have you guys noticed that? If you guys watch the whole entire readings, right? If you watch all the way to the end, have you guys noticed how many times the very first card makes it shoop right back around, and it's like boop, and there's that journey. There's the start. Here's this new cycle. It's coming in for you. It's gonna be gorgeous, you guys. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful. Yeah. And it's coming in because you are walking away. You know what you're walking away from. You know what you're cutting out of your life. You know what you're examining and that you're realizing. Doesn't matter how many years I've done this. Doesn't matter how long I've been in this relationship. Doesn't matter what title this person has in my life. I gotta walk away for something that's better for me. Right? I gotta follow my gut instincts and my feeling here with that moon and walk away for something, right? That you've invested a lot of energy, a lot of time into, a lot of thought process into. And it's time for you to let go of this burden. That's so weird, because I just felt like a really heavy, like on my shoulders, like a weight on my shoulders. Like it's important that you let go of this. Yeah. It's really important that you allow these burdens to fall out of your life, especially in your heart chakra. A lot of you, I feel like, are going to be doing a lot of inner child and a lot of heart chakra healing work to let go of this energy from the past, right? I'm hearing that bag lady again. Bag lady, you know? Gonna hurt your back. Defend yourself against this devil energy here, right? Spirit here is bringing in this knowledge from this and this ability to drop this confusion energy out of your life and to really find your balance, right? Listen to your intuition, okay? Listen to your intuition, get grounded, meditate, clear your mind, clear off all this, your connections with energies like this, cut your ties with energies like this, right? Even within yourself, with your own fear, you know, with your own fears, with your own doubts, with your own obsessions, with your own addictions, whatever it is, right? And on after this betrayal or after this, you know, ending here that you're having, it's a lot of movement in your energy. All right. Is that what I have for you? No? Okay. Okay. Was artiste spirit saying that for some of you, you're definitely going to be being in a lot more creative energy here, expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the five senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. Again, for a lot of you, this is about you inspiring others through your journey, right? And whether or not, like I said, that's on a platform or if that's just people around you in your life, right? A lot of you are going to be facing a lot of this blocked energy, right? A lot of energies that have been blocked in your life. That's going to be, you know, leaving your life. Especially, oh my gosh, especially if some of you have been experiencing like creative blocks, like if you're an artist and you've been having like writer's block or like creative blocks where you felt like just cut off from that kind of energy, that's going to be ending. What's the final words here? What's the final advice here? Spirit, please. Avenger. What am I hearing? The jingle that I'm hearing? ESPN. Are some of you watching ESPN? Or somebody's watching ESPN? Because I hear that. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. I don't know. That's gonna be, I don't know. That's gonna be significant for some of you. Desire to balance the scales of justice. Exactly. Right? Justice is going to be coming in for you. And you're going to be standing up, wanting to avenge yourself, wanting to stand up in this justice energy for yourself. Righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. Exactly. Right? You're going to be wanting to stand up and be this avenger energy for yourself. Take control of your life and stop seeing yourself as the victim. Right? For a lot of you too, especially with that Queen of Wands energy, like I said, you could be teaching this to others, whether or not you're just teaching it to yourself. Look at that mystic scribe energy, right? For some of you, you are going to be writing this down and like teaching it to other people in different ways, right? Whether it be like through books, through your art, through some kind of creative venture, through something that you're creating here, right? You're going to be not standing up and being this avenger for yourself. And for a lot of you, you're going to be teaching other people, right? You're going to be this liberator energy for a lot of people, for yourself, right? For first off, for yourself, right? For yourself, right? And especially with this lover energy here, right? There's a lot of self-love energy. Look at you like squeezing and holding that heart like, oh, I love myself so much. There's going to be a lot more love in your life as well. When there's a lot more self-love because you've spent this time liberating yourself and avenging yourself here, right? And like I said, with the scribe energy, you're going to be writing down and telling people, you know, hey, this victim energy, it doesn't help you, right? Seeing yourself as a victim doesn't help you. For some people need to acknowledge that something happened to them, right? They don't necessarily need to see themselves as a victim, but they need to acknowledge that something is here that needs to be healed. Something happened to them. And that doesn't mean that they're less than, or they're less of a person because of it. It just means that they need to acknowledge it as a part of healing and moving on from it. And for some of you, you know, and for some of you, it's the opposite. For some of you, you need to stop seeing yourself as this victim and instead, like I said, and stand up for yourself and take this avenger role in your life where you are standing up for yourself in healthy ways, right? And also, like I said, I did say that for some of you, you might be getting into this very, like, you might be meeting a new mentor or meeting a new teacher or meeting some kind of new person that's going to come into your life. That's also that too, as well as, you know, this liberator energy. I feel like you're going to be feeling this liberated energy from a lot of things in your life. I feel like a lot of you could be really tapping into your feminine energy. You could be tapping into a lot of like feminine goddess energy. There's that judge energy in the back where you might really feel like the goddess feminine energy is really bringing in this justice in here for your life, right? It's really balancing out these scales for you in your life, right? For some of you, you might be becoming a mother or really stepping into that kind of empress energy, right? Or like I said, if some of you pray or some of you are devoted to like a mother goddess kind of energy, she's with you. She's with you now, helping to guide you and helping to liberate you. You know, being your teacher, being your guide, standing up for you. Yeah, giving you this visionary energy here. Yeah. Yeah, for a lot of you, it's about standing up, you know, for this abandoned inner child energy here. Definitely. Or, you know, just feeling lost, independence based on learning to go it alone, conquering fear of surviving. And for a lot of you, it is. It's this I can stand up by myself. I can do this. I have the strength inside of myself to stand up and be my own avenger, to be my own teacher, to be my own liberator. I don't, you know, I accept and appreciate any help that I am given, but at some point I have to stand up and be this person for myself. I can't wait for somebody to come and save me, right? I have to be this person for myself. And for some of you, it's over dependence. You know, it's a kind of toxic independence of learning that, you know, no man's an island, right? No man, no woman's an island. You need other people in your life to help you and to help you develop, right? You don't have to do it alone so much of the time. You know, I think it's going to be a combination of both of those things, of learning who's, of learning to have to not, to heal attachments, having attachments to things and to people and to, things, and needing things, right? And understanding that you don't need anything from anyone else. You have yourself. But it is more than welcome to allow those good positive influences and positive people and positive energy exchanges into your life, right? A part of having healthy boundaries is knowing when to allow people to come in, come in and come closer as well. Not just to keep negative people away, but to allow positive people in, right? And I feel like that's kind of the next stage of your journey. I feel like a lot of you have been learning how to put up boundaries and how to, exercise those negative energies and negative things outside of your boundaries. And now it's going to be about learning how to really reinforce those boundaries, but in a way where you can allow good things to come in, right? That you're not so scared that bad things are going to come in. Or it's like, oh, well, I finally got my boundaries. I finally got this. I don't need nobody in my life. It's about being like, hey, that's not the healthiest way to be either, right? Well, it's okay to not need anyone else, right? But to allow yourself to allow other people to help you as well. Yeah. So for some of you, it's going to be finding that balance in between, not letting the scales get, tip to too much to one side or the other, right? Finding that scales of balance, finding those justice coming in, finding the balance between being the student and the teacher, right? Find that balance between being the student and the teacher, right? Between the liberator and the mediator, the liberator who's by themselves and the person that also allows other people to be in their life, right? For a lot of you, this is about balancing out that mother and father energy in your life as well, feminine and masculine energy. Yeah, I just keep hearing that song, that I know it's not the same as it was. Yeah, things are not going to be the same as they were, right? And then I think for a lot of you too, it's going to be about balancing out the energy between helping others and being this fierce, independent person who has strong boundaries, and you stand up for yourself. How you balance standing up for yourself while also helping and assisting other people, right? The Rebel card also came out, right? How to stand up and be independent while also, you know, also being learning how to be a part, of the crowd, learning how to be a part of a collective, learning how to make sure that you balance out your needs as well as the needs of people around you, right? For a lot of you, there's going to be a really strong masculine energy here that's really going to come in and help heal some kind of father abandonment wounds that you might have, or some kind of, it's going to really help build your independence, right? This masculine independence, this energy is really going to be built back up inside of you, especially if you have father wounds. You might have a really hard time balancing out, making a plan, having discipline, setting boundaries, setting, you know, like putting plan, you know, making, you know, making a plan. You might get stuck in the making the plans, coming up with option stage while not acting on them, you know, or having the strength and the courage to stand up for yourself or to protect yourself. You know, you might always want somebody to protect you or to stand up for you. And you might feel that way because perhaps maybe in the past you felt like you haven't been stood up for and you haven't been protected in a way that maybe perhaps when you were a child, when you actually needed to be protected, you weren't. And now that you're an adult or now that you're older, you're feeling like the world is telling you, well, you need to stand up for yourself. You need to be there for yourself. And it's like, well, it really helps me to stand up and be there for myself. At one point in my life, I was able to have that childhood feeling that I was safe and was protected. And if that was taken away, then I find, you know, then it's like, how was I ever shown how to really, you know, stand up in that energy for myself? If I wasn't shown how to do it, it's going to be a little bit longer of a process of me learning how to do it myself and to learning that I even need to know how to do it, right? Seeker, exactly. So this seeker energy is coming up here is the balance right here, is the balance between this rebel energy and the seeker energy. Between this rebel, I can do it on my own, I'm going to go against it, and this kind of seeker of truth through other people and through other people's experiences as well. Learning how to stand in who I am and what I think and how I am and how unique I am, but also not being scared to reach out, right? To reach out and to seek the truth, not only to seek the truth within myself, but to seek other people's truth as well, right? Okay, interesting. Definitely learning a lot here about this trickster energies as well, especially if that is connected to your father energy, especially if that's connected to if you do attract masculine energies as partners, you know, that's that kind of like karmic masculine trickster energy marrying in a father wound or marrying in some kind of wound inside of you, okay? And please also understand that at the end of the day, you know yourself better than I do. So if this is not resonating with you or if this is making you mad, maybe it's not for you. Somebody needed to hear that. This is making you pissed off. This is making you mad. This is making you feel triggered. You know, maybe it's not for you or maybe it's not for you right now. Okay? Okay. Ooh. Definite mentor energy as well. I told you that was coming in. Yeah. Yeah, I'm hearing this master becoming the student kind of energy. I definitely feel like there is going to be this kind of like leader energy and development into you being a leader and then you giving back and you taking on the new generation and raising them up, you know, in a better way than you were given. This is about you also breaking this toxic generational mindsets or breaking generational karma as well, generational trauma as well. It's a lot of layers here. You're doing a lot. So be kind and gentle and loving with yourself, okay? It was 44, was on the second sound of the clock when I said that. And the interestingly enough, the balance here to the liberator is the destroyer, right? Finding balance and finding the difference between when things need to be completely destroyed and locked down and when things just need to kind of change or be rearranged. This is interesting, this energy, this dynamic here between these two energies. Because in a sense, I might have thought this was the same thing. But there is a subtle difference here between these two energies. Finding a balance between freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negative thoughts of pattern. Yes. Thought patterns. Not, why did I say that? Releasing negative thought patterns. And with this destroyer energy over here, releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for a new life. They're both about releasing and letting go of negative energy. You know, releasing this destructive energy and allowing yourself. Yeah, so I'm really being drawn in here to the difference here, right? It's about learning when it's time to just to just hold up that little fire and say, okay, or when it's ready to go, when it's time to go full scorched earth, right? When it's time to just be like, nah, this could be an energy between constantly destroying, constantly ripping things apart, constantly analyzing yourself and your life, and constantly being like, I'm on my spiritual path, I gotta do this, I gotta analyze, I gotta and finding this liberation energy, and finding this energy of not allowing this to turn into a negative thought, right? So it's kind of, it's a much more peaceful version of this, of each other, right? One's a much more on a scale of much more like, when are things a tower moment, and when are, finding the difference between, is this really destroying your life or is this liberating you, right? Is it really destroying your life that this person is walking out of it, or is it really liberating you from their presence, from their negative presence, right? Finding a balance between those things, and also finding a balance between, like I said, when it's time to completely rip things apart and break them down, or when it's time to just kind of, it's the softer energy here. For a lot of you too, this is learning how to let things go without anger, right? How to let things go without having to, it's like spirit saying it doesn't always have to be a tower moment for you to liberate yourself from people. People don't always have to break you down and stab you in the back and like blow up on you and call you names or do these things to get you to liberate yourself from them, right? Sometimes it's about just seeing the red flags and just allowing yourself to receive the liberation that you're being given without your life having to tower moment be completely destructed and torn apart, or without self-destructing things in your life just to be liberated from them, right? To understand that self-sabotage is, I would never say, like, to understand the difference between self-sabotage, like self-sabotage, when we self-sabotage ourselves out of things, it serves a purpose in a way, right? Although it's a toxic way of serving that same purpose for us, it's a way of showing us when things aren't for us, when we know things aren't for us, when we know things aren't really what working out, even if it's like, this person is for me, but I know that I'm not ready, or I know that I'm not healed, or I know that, maybe not right now, or when I realize that I'm self-sabotaging myself out of something, that means that there's something here that I need to heal. There's a reason that I'm self-sabotaging this, right? And it's about learning how to have a much healthier version of that, where you're just listening to what feels right, listening to what seems to be working out and what really works and what feels right in your life, and learning the difference between having to completely destroy this and break it down and, create chaos in your life and start fights with people, or start doing all of this, or have people, or have spirit, or have this people start fights with you, or, destroy or call, all this before you'll liberate yourself from something. Finding the difference between the two of these, right? When it's just time to grasp your liberation that spirit is giving you and saying, okay, this isn't working out for a reason. I'm backing out of this for a reason. That doesn't mean that I truly need to back out of it, but it does mean that there's something here that I need to heal. There's something here that I need to work on. Why am I backing out and self-sabotaging myself out of a good opportunity here? That doesn't mean this opportunity is not good for you or not right for you, but it does mean that there is something here that you need to examine before you will truly be able to really dive into this. And that doesn't mean that you should, turn down that job opportunity or turn down that things. It means that you should actively go forward knowing, I'm learning a lesson here, and there's some trigger or some unhealed something that I need to process, because this opportunity, I shouldn't be running away from this opportunity. I shouldn't be running away from this healthy relationship. I shouldn't be running away from this potential to make more money, or this potential job offer, or this potential new something in my life. I know that I shouldn't be running away from it, because I know it's really what I want. Why am I doing that? I need to examine it. I need to look at it. I don't want this to turn into a tower moment. I just want to choose to liberate myself from it before things have to turn into a tower moment. Finding balance in between choosing, right? And things being chosen for you. Take back control of your life. right? Take back control of your life. Stand up and be this person. Have these boundaries. Even when it comes to yourself, like, no, we're not self-sabotaging ourselves out of this relationship. No, we're not just gonna, oh, it'll be fine. I'll just send the email a couple of days from now and everything will be fine. No. No. Okay, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna decompress and I'm gonna relax. And then I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna do that because this opportunity is not worth self-sabotaging myself out of. You know? No. I'm going to do something about it. It doesn't always have to turn destructive before I'll let go of it. Yeah, there we go. Right? And these are two extremes that Spirit is telling you it's time for you to examine and to work on. That's what this whole new thing is going to be here. This whole new energy coming in for you is finding the balance between these things. All right, lovelies. Well, that ran a lot longer. I thought we were going to pull one or two cards for this, for this little part right here at the very end, but apparently Spirit still had a lot to talk about, as my Spirit usually does. Very talkative, got a lot to say. Okay. But anyway, thank you guys so very much for being here with me today. I really appreciate it. I hope this gave you the love, light, and clarity that you needed in your situation. If it didn't, I'm so sorry. If it makes you feel more confused, like I said before, if it makes you feel triggered, it's not for you, or it's not for you right now, let it go. Let it be for somebody else. Okay. Again, at the end of the day, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the shares. If you're interested in getting a personal reading from me, which I do offer, the links in the description box down below. If you're interested in purchasing any of the decks that I sell, those links are in the description box down below as well. Thank you guys for everything. Thank you to everybody. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful holiday season with your friends and your family and for yourself, okay? And I will see you lovelies in the next one, okay? Bye!